If you're looking to learn splits or move a little deeper into your splits, this is definitely the video to watch. Make sure you watch to the very end though for a special split drill that just might change your life. Hello everyone, welcome to James Roberts Yoga, where we do weekly yoga, pose progressions, flow breakdowns, and product reviews. Thank you so much for watching this video today. And we're going to dive into splits. Splits are a pose that I think people kind of point to as a landmark or a goal. There is definitely the visual appeal of having the legs flat against the ground or working towards that. However, there's just a lot of other benefits that come with even just working towards splits that I don't want people to miss out on if they may be intimidated by the fact that, oh my God, I'll never be able to be on the ground. That's okay. That is okay. No one's asking you to. You're not going to get a medal for getting your split to the floor. But there are lots of things to be gained and learned on the way there that I don't think people should miss out on if they may not be the most flexible person ever. So that is what we're doing this pose progression for, progressing toward the split and taking you through a lot of progressions and stops along the way. So let's get into it. Just a quick precaution here, you may want to think about warming up your body before we dive into deeper hamstring stretches and splits and going in that direction. Probably make things a little bit easier on you and definitely might be a little bit safer. I mean, there was a time when I could just jump into a split at the drop of a dime, but sadly, those days are over. All right, everyone, so for today's practice, you may want to have some padding for the knees if you find them sensitive and a couple of blocks. So we'll get started in half split, or Ardha Hanumanasana. So I'm going to be doing my left side, so you can have your left leg long in front, whichever leg you're working with right now, and the right knee is bent. We'll start with the hip right on top of the knee, and the hands can come down to the blocks. Start with your upper body upright. We'll get to the forward fold a bit later, but I want to, check in with everything upright first, and we'll get into some alignment with the hips before we start moving a little deeper into the forward fold. So with your front leg, flex your front toes back toward you to really start to activate the back side of the leg and the hamstring, and really feel that hamstring working. Try to press the front heel down into the floor. And when I do that, I start to feel this left hip starting to move back and the right hip starting to square forward as well. We want to feel that pretty much through every single progression of the pose that we do throughout the video. That front hip scissoring back and the back hip moving forward in space, so that really they're very much even. And if you put two headlights on your hips, it would be shining forward in front of you. So just try to feel that for a second. And maybe you let that go. And if you completely let it go, you'll probably feel the left hip, of course, rising a bit, and the hips as a whole probably turning slightly to the right. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to really press that left heel down, spiral that left hip back, and the right hip forward. We'll do that one more time. So let it go for a moment. Take an inhale. Exhale. Spiral everything back into alignment. Good. Now from here, try to feel a little bit of an anterior pelvic tilt, or just tilting the pelvis forward slightly, and we'll start to fold it forward. You can use blocks, of course, at whatever level is helpful for you. Lead with the heart for right now, and keep breathing. Breathe length into the spine and into that left hamstring especially, but still feel the front heel pressing down actively into the floor. Good. If you want to lower those blocks, go right on ahead. Maybe you release a little further forward into your forward fold, or the hands come down to the floor. Your choice, whatever's best for you. And you can stay here for a few breaths, everyone. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to make our way back up. Right. So from here, we're just going to move a little deeper into the half split. So now we'll start to let the hip move further in front of the back knee. Just for space concerns, I'm going to back my blanket up a little bit. But you can extend the left leg a little bit longer, and the right hip will move a little further in front of the right knee. Still using the blocks, and still again feeling that front heel pressing down and the hips squaring off. We're going to make it a little bit more active now by pressing the hands down into the blocks and straightening that back leg. Good. So really square off, scissor that left hip back, right hip forward. Feel everything square, and then let that back knee lower down. Good, everyone. Nice. And we're going to hold it a moment upright. Nice and active. Top of that back toes are also pressing down into the floor. Try to feel the shoulders easy. And really breathe while you're here. Great, everyone. And when you're ready, you can again maybe walk the hands with or without the blocks a little further forward. Finding a little forward folding action here. Good. Take the inhale. Exhale, you can walk the hands with or without the blocks back up. Good, good, good. Real quick, everyone. If you're getting something from this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to check out the description box before you go for more info about my live stream and on-demand classes, including a free weekly class on my Instagram. All right, let's get back to splits. Now, while you're here in a slightly lower half split, this is the time where you may want to experiment with taking your block and bringing it right up under your tailbone. If you have to negotiate and move things out of the way, go ahead and do that for yourself. I like to use the skinny side of the block just so there's a little bit less surface area for the block to kind of get in the way of things. But this allows you to really focus on activating the left front leg down without pressing the hands down. You have a lot of support really at the root, at the base of your spine here. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, work on some balance, you can lift the arms, maybe add a slight back bend here. You'll probably feel this very much in the front of your right hip here. And that hip flexor. Good. Very nice, everyone. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can, of course, lower the block to a lower level. Good. By all means, if by now you are at your edge, stay and continue to breathe. Or if your edge was maybe 1 or 2 steps ago, that is okay too. But you can stay and make incremental steps forward based on where your body is today. Good. I have to check in with my shoulders there. A little bit of tension. Try to let that go. Good, everyone. From here, again, if you're feeling it, maybe that block comes out of the way and maybe you move into your split. Still feel that same action we found earlier, squaring off those hips. Good. Again, actively press down with that front heel, activating the hamstring while you're here for a breath or so. Maybe on your exhale, you let that go, possibly finding a sense of folding forward, if that's feeling good for you and your body today. All right, one more inhale. As you exhale, you can let yourself come back up, shake it out, and breathe. Wherever you are and wherever you got to today is perfect. And we'll just make sure to do everything on the other side as well. And right now we're gonna skip to our special bonus drill as well. So as you can see, I've changed locations just because this floor is gonna allow me to slide a little bit better as long as I have something under my front foot that's giving me a little less friction. So with yourself in the half split, what you can do is just slide out and press the foot down into the floor to come back in. We'll do that again. Sliding forward. Of course, you can use the blocks to assist on your way down and stopping yourself before you get too far. And if you're really feeling it, you can move those blocks to the side. Maybe let those hands come to the hips and really just allow the front leg to do all that work and really press that front heel down into the floor, activating the hamstring to rise back up again. Activating the hamstring to let the foot slide back in, and we'll go all the way down. This time, of course, your hands can come to the floor, or you can use your blocks when you're ready to gently let yourself get down into your split. Alright, and for the second drill, it's the back leg that's really getting all the action, really working the hip flexor of the back leg here as you slide back and work your way back in. First couple times, maybe use the blocks. And if you're really feeling it, maybe try going down without the blocks and really, again, you'll have to activate that front hamstring as well. But once again, it's that back hip flexor that's working to draw the knee back in. And on your last one, you can go down as far as you're able to with the hands or the blocks. And of course, do it all again on the other side as well. So thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I hope you got something from it, especially that special tip at the end. Please be sure to like this video, comment, share it with a friend if you think they can benefit from it, and definitely subscribe because I'm definitely coming back at you with more content every single week. Love you guys. Live in your fears. Thank you so much. And definitely check out another video.